Welcome back to episode 17 of Pop Kannon. I'm Jordan.
I'm Robert.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Brian.
And fellas, today we are going to be talking all about Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Wah, wah,
Gojira.
wah.
So today we are going to be talking all about Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
The monsters. All the monsters, and he is above them.
You're fucking right, he is.
So what
He
was...
sits at the high table.
He's
Oh,
the
wait.
one above the table.
Yeah, right.
Could you imagine John Wick versus Godzilla?
How much prep time does John Wick
To
have?
take out Godzilla.
I gotta be honest, I don't like Wick's chances.
What if it was him and Kevin McAllister?
Oh, my God.
I gotta be honest, I don't like John and Kevin's chances.
Damn.
What if it's John Wick, Kevin McAllister, and the Predator?
And,
I gotta be honest,
all right, Brian, I'm throwing in Batman.
thermonuclear blasts are kind of rough.
I'm throwing in Batman.
What?
That's it.
I gotta be honest. Batman might survive because he might have a lead-lined suit.
And we are
Maybe.
well off the rails already.
Anyway,
Anyway, welcome
man.
to Pop
What
Kannon.
what a great movie.
I had a lot of fun. You know, what did you think, Jordan?
I had a lot of fun watching it as well. It was a good time. I think it was better than Godzilla in 2014,
Absolutely.
but I also very much enjoyed that film. So
Yeah.
I think this was a great follow-up, step in the right direction.
This was a monster of a follow-up. No, I loved that they, as if to answer the criticism right off the bat, he was on screen immediately. Like, that was hilarious to me, and I knew, like, I kind of just felt like they did that on purpose to be like, see, there he is. Now shut up so we could do our movie.
Oh yeah, no. They heard the criticism of there not being enough monsters in the last movie and gave us all the
All the fucking
monsters and
monsters.
all the monster fighting, and I am not complaining.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We,
Exactly.
I came to a movie to see monsters fight each other, and that's what I got.
Yeah.
You know?
In spades.
Yeah.
They
fucking hell.
they really I think there was only one instance where they did the thing where they were about to head each other off and it cut to a thing that was in front of them instead.
It was like
Right.
the plane coming up, I think.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
before
That was
Ghidorah
the
and
only
Godzilla
time
fought.
they did that. Every other time there was a fight between monsters, you saw the fight.
Yeah.
And I had a great time watching this. I thought they knocked it out of the park with, they were like, "Oh, you want to see kaiju fights, bitch? We're going to give you some kaiju fights."
I loved it. I really I also, Jordan, I'm like you. I love the 2014 Godzilla. It's just a completely different film. I would say, like, you know, I can look at cinema like there are films and there are movies. 2014 was a really good film, and this was a really good movie.
Yeah, I don't disagree with
So.
that. They didn't shy away from the fact that anything that was dealing with a human element was not going to be the focal point.
Right.
You know, like they used it to get some emotion in there and to pace everything out a little. But for me, it clearly wasn't the focus, and I'm so happy that they went that way.
Straight up monster movie.
Yeah, and I think that the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes versus the audience score tells you all you need to know about.
Oh, what's the audience score?
Oh, the audience score is through the roof, and the critic score is
That's awesome.
couldn't be lower.
That's great.
So everybody enjoys watching this, but the critics are like, I don't know about their filmmaking techniques.
What was everyone's thoughts on the designs of the monsters? Because we got some different looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the CGI, like what did you guys think?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I don't think it could have really been better. Every one of the monsters had a unique look, and they all felt like they lived in the same place.
Yeah, all the ones that were, you know, the four big ones that were based on, like, you know, original monsters from older movies, they looked the part. They looked like their original counterparts. You know,
Yeah.
like a little flare here and there on them, but it was pretty much spot on.
Yeah, the design of King Ghidorah was fantastic.
Fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the best kaiju ever.
Yeah, and like it seemed like each of the three heads had its own like personality in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the middle one was the alpha, if you will.
Yeah, and the other two were kind of just like doing his bidding, and I'm kind of upset that I had seen that extended clip in IMAX because it kind of ruined that moment for me because I was like, oh yeah, this is that thing that happens where he's kind of revealed out of the ice, but still it was tremendous to see.
Okay, I'd say that's fair because I saw the same clip you did. I actually like multiple times I've seen it. Yeah, I'd say that's fair, but because of everything else in the movie,
Right.
like it didn't detract at all for me. It was just like I'd seen it before.
When you like the first head swings into the frame, and then the next one, and then the next one,
and then the two tails,
yes, oh my god,
and then the wings.
dude, and then Ice-T's son is like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I don't want to slight the Japanese people at all, but that is a fucked up design, man.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I know it's technically like it's based on a Hydra, but still, like
And
even
then-
for a Hydra, it's a fucked up design.
And then in the film's canon, they reveal that it's actually an alien,
Yeah, that was cool.
which was really cool.
Yeah, it's like an interesting twist on things.
Which I really liked because that helped explain why it operated completely differently than any other creature on our planet.
Right.
Being able to like create a storm around it and just these giant yellow electric bolts that are in the sky because of it. Like it's fucking
like,
awesome.
It brought a Category 6 hurricane
Yeah.
to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So King Ghidorah effectively drained the swamp. Anyway,
I really, really enjoyed King Ghidorah's design and the look of him and everything. And it seemed like Godzilla like evolved when he powered up the second time, like a little bit. It
Little
kind of
bit.
looked like that. Like he grew more spikes.
They Bradley Whitford's character made note of it. He's like, hey, did he work out? Like, you know?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
no, I-
enjoyed that as far as the movie goes, showing like growth of Godzilla's design.
Yeah, I thought all the designs were great. Mothra, good lord.
Oh,
That
how
Good
beautiful.
Lord. I mean,
Right?
yeah, yes, absolutely. Also, I'm going to take this chance to just pat myself on the back that I did call that from the first trailer that because Mothra was blue, that was quote one of the benevolent ones like Godzilla.
yeah,
Right.
Well,
So,
Mothra
anyway.
had always has teamed up with Godzilla before, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know
in
that.
Yeah,
past
I
movies,
hadn't.
yeah. I think that they fought, but I'm pretty sure they've teamed up.
I was waiting for her to affix herself to his back, and then he'd have wings also.
Oh my
Right?
God.
It looked like that was going to happen for a second.
They were gonna like Megazord power activate, and
Dude, I would have popped so hard for that moment.
Yeah. But that was Rodan. Good God,
dude.
When that thing came out of that volcano, the volcano.
Yep.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Out of that volcano. Holy shit. Because
believe-
in the trailers, you never really got quite a good look at it, which was a really good job by the marketing team or whoever put the trailer together. You got really good looks at it, and that thing was just the most terrifying pterodactyl. Can I just say real quick that the other monsters that we saw were really awesome too?
there was that woolly mammoth. Thing,
Yeah, and
yeah.
and
dope.
And then that
They're
giant
officially-
like crab Cthulhu thing.
yeah.
That was awesome.
I was looking it up. I think that one's called like Scylla or something like that.
Scylla,
Scylla.
I think.
All of
Yeah, then the woolly mammoth thing is Behemoth.
yep. But
There was
And then
another
we had some
Muto.
Mutos.
Yeah.
and then they had the when the mountain range came alive for a second, I thought it was Gamera because
It's
had
not.
It's not. It was Methuselah, is what they're
Yeah.
calling it. But I
And
swear
they
to
said
God,
that
I was
there's
like, no
more
fucking
out
way.
there that we haven't even seen.
Yeah,
There's like 7 or 8 that are named that we haven't seen yet.
and they're called things like
in-
Leviathan.
And a slight disappointment on my part that they didn't just have Kong like on screen. I know they broke their backs to mention him 3 times.
Yeah, they showed him for a split second in a on screen,
like in passing in like a clip, but like I wanted him to show up because if the onus of the film was to set us up for Godzilla versus Kong, which I can't fucking wait for, I just kind of wished he had like
a larger presence.
Come out at the end and they stood across from each other and then he started beating his chest to like set it up. But they had mentioned that there were some of the other monsters were going to Kong as the alpha at the end.
Right.
Which I was like, oh, so it's gonna be like a team smash up thing. Oh.
Super Smash Bros.
Civil War.
I get where you're coming from with that, Rob, because that would have been really cool. But I'm really glad they didn't do that because that has to be the climax of Godzilla versus Kong or versus King Kong is the two of them squaring off.
See, and like so initially, right? So it's called Godzilla King of the Monsters. So there was a part in my head as I'm watching it that I'm thinking as Ghidorah's destroying everything that Kong's gonna just appear and rip it in half or something. Like, so then he would be the king of the monsters, and then Godzilla and him would have to fight. Is what I like as it was happening. I was like, because I was really just hoping Kong was going to show up.
Yeah,
but I understand why they didn't do that. That's the next movie.
I have to agree with Brian in the fact that I think keeping him out of the film altogether is a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because it's going to be an even bigger moment.
During it, I was like hoping that it was going to happen.
But that's going to be the moment of the next film.
Oh, yeah.
It's seeing the two of them on screen from one another, like standing opposite. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait to see more of that mountain titan Methuselah.
Yeah.
Like we got like just a quick shot of it was like that is fucking cool. I want to see more of that, please.
I loved because those were all made for the movie, for this movie. The Methuselah and what was it, Scylla, and Scylla, and the other one,
Behemoth.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, they were all cool designs because honestly, I didn't really like the design of the Mutos in the first movie. I thought they were just kind of generic looking.
I don't agree with that. I thought they looked really cool, really stylized.
I don't know. It just seemed like a giant bug monster to me.
Okay, but it still looked like it had a really cool flat top to it. It like, I don't know. I thought it looked. Someone points that out to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the Muto from the Godzilla movies. Someone points Cloverfield out to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Cloverfield from Cloverfield.
And I was actually thinking during the course of the film, I was like, what if we got an Easter egg where we had the Cloverfield monster in the background?
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like they should just do that.
That would have been cool. They can. We who knows? Maybe one of the ones, the unnamed ones that we haven't seen yet. They've got 8 of them. Like,
yeah. I mean, they had the monster designs made for this. But do you think in the future movies they're going to go with some of the original monsters that appear in the old films? Do you think we're going to have like fucking Baragon show up or I don't know?
I mean, I think it's
Mechagodzilla?
entirely possible. But then again, I've never seen any of the old Godzilla films, so. I mean, I wouldn't know them to see them. I don't know if it was created originally for the film or not.
I imagine some of the ones that are unnamed are probably going to just be the ones that exist already. Like they wanted to get their shit in.
Yeah.
I imagine that it's possible, Andrew, because as far as I know with the rights from Toho, that's how they were able to make this movie, is that they have access to the entire library of monsters. So I wouldn't not expect it.
I think it would be cool just to have Godzilla's team be one, and then King Kong has like fucking Jet Jaguar show up. You guys don't.
And then
know.
Mecha Ghidorah shows up, and then Mecha Godzilla, and anyway.
I'm so glad you said those.
We'll get to
words,
that.
But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I'm all a quiver.
So going from the monsters. Since this is a monster movie with a human element, let's talk about the human element a little bit.
All right, so we'll have to get into, have you guys seen Friday Night Lights, Bates Motel, and Stranger Things? And Game of Thrones.
And Game of Thrones.
And Game of Thrones, yeah. I will say, and The West Wing. That's for Bradley Whitford. I'll say about the casting, I thought they did a really good job at casting Millie Bobby Brown as Vera Farmiga's daughter because
Yes. I was
they
thinking
look
that too.
like they could be related.
Yeah.
And there's a couple moments when Vera's character Emma is driving a Humvee later on during the huge battle in Boston. That I thought it was actually I thought it was Millie Bobby Brown driving. I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? How does Madison driving? Oh, okay, no, it's just wow, they did a really good job of casting. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that immediately during the film when I saw them on screen together. I was like, holy shit, I've never thought about that before, but they look like identical.
Yeah.
And Kyle Chandler as America.
Kyle Chandler as the word stern.
But he does it so goddamn well.
I was going to say, he did really well.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying I
realize
the word stern.
I realize he's typecast as like the guy that's like, hey, don't do that. But he's so fucking good at it.
He is.
Like,
That was his role in Super 8 as the dad.
Yeah.
yep.
He was great in that.
Basically, that was his role in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh shit, that's right.
So I was
Oh
thinking,
my god, that's right.
when we saw Kyle Chandler after like a little while, I was like, he would probably make like a good older Bruce Wayne.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like
He's
that.
got the jawline for it.
He does. And he's so fucking American.
Like, I would like to see him as like old man Bruce Wayne in a Batman Beyond movie. Oh. So let's make that happen.
There's our pitch. We want $3,000.
Again, you're underselling yourself. But yeah, and there were returning cast members from the first movie. Ken Watanabe as Dr. Serizawa and
As Dr. Let them fight with you.
I love when he says that.
Yeah. And then Dr. Graham, she returns only to be eaten.
Oh.
Yeah, she just got straight up fucking eaten.
Rip.
Yes.
Like,
She did?
Like, god
They were
damn.
like, we don't want any ties to that 2014 Godzilla. We got to kill them all.
Well, the only issue is they still have Godzilla. So.
And they still have the Admiral, played by David Strathairn, who ordered the oxygen destroyer.
Dude, I was like, fuck, the military's evil. And then all those fish died, and I was like, Aquaman is not going to be pleased.
What a great monster! Yeah, what a great monster movie name for something though. Like no, they're sending the GB 329. No, they're sending the oxygen destroyer.
Yeah, and they just have it like ready to go.
That's just like a little campy bit of fun. You know what I mean?
Do you guys think it'll destroy the oxygen?
I certainly hope. Oh my god!
You mean Ghidorah doesn't need oxygen?
Because it's a fucking
From
alien.
fucking space where there is no oxygen. What?
Hand me my bat repellent shark spray.
Jesus Christ.
I thought like Bradley Whitford's character was kind of over the top, where he's like making jokes. He's like, "Let's keep these shutters closed."
Yeah.
So was Thomas Middleditch's. He was kind of over the top.
To a lesser extent.
They always have a character like that in like, because this went right for the science versus military trope, and the science team always has like that one guy that's just like hyper aware of what's happening.
Yeah, they had that guy in Kong Skull Island.
Yeah,
they do it in every because the trope is what it is. They need that guy that's kind of aware of what's happening. So I didn't have a problem with it. I actually found myself laughing, but because they were serious in serious moments and what they said to one another played because the situation was awkward.
yeah.
They didn't force a humor byline into the film
I agree,
that made me take out of it.
Yeah.
That's the difference to me, is that they were like, everyone's going to be dead serious because of what's happening, and the things that they say to each other will become funny because of the situation, and not somebody here is working on their tight five and they've got to get their lines in.
That's actually a great way to put it. And I'm not saying that his character was like bad. I'm saying like I thought his jokes were a little over the top, but it worked because it's a friggin' monster movie.
Right.
It's not like they're getting like Oscar-worthy performances in here.
Right, exactly. And like I didn't mind
There
them
was
because of that.
There was some cheesy one-liners thrown here and there.
I mean,
and normally,
it's a monster movie.
I know,
Yeah.
and normally I like that kind of stuff, but it didn't really work. I feel like in some cases it was kind of like, okay, for me anyway.
It didn't detract from the film,
Exactly.
in my opinion.
Speaking of the human element, I just like to. This is not something that detracted from the film. It's just something that I can't stop my brain. Monarch, holy fuck!
Yeah, what an evil corporation, huh?
Well, but like not just a corporation, like the largest, evidently military force. I mean, they've got
paramilitary.
I don't know. They look straight up military to me. They had a fucking state of the art jets, and they had the most advanced warplane of all time. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Again, it's not a complaint. I'm just like, how the fuck do they do that? Like, we saw them at the beginning of Kong Skull Island, like almost non-existent, and in that
we have some private donators. Next question.
See, what happened was they borrowed money from the banks for the crown in Westeros, provided by
boy.
Charles Dance.
Jordan, really? Oh my God!
The golden company is alive and well.
The Iron Bank has funded Monarch.
I'm Jordan. I'm so proud right now.
So yeah, Charles Dance, I really like him.
I was so surprised to see him. I popped. I was like, "Oh my God,
you
it's
didn't?
Tywin
You didn't-
Lannister!"
You didn't see him in the trailer?
No,
I didn't see him.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
see him in the
Yeah,
trailer.
he was in the
either.
trailer.
I just looked up. I was like, "Oh fuck, it's Tywin Lannister."
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like he was just in there because he was Charles Dance. Like they were like, yeah, like much like they had Bryan Cranston in the first half hour of the previous one. They're like, hey, let's get someone else from a popular TV show.
It worked. He was.
I mean,
I feel like he's not allowed to be a good guy though. Like he has to be a
He
bad
was
guy.
an eco-terrorist who was misunderstood.
look, he chews up the scenery in everything he's in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And imagine how great it is to be Vera Farmiga and be like, yeah, I'll do a fucking Godzilla movie, whatever. And then you're like, you're cast and you're on set, and then fucking in walks Charles Dance, and you're like, oh shit. And then you like look at the script and you realize it's him that you're working with, and you're like, fuck yes. I fucking knew it.
And also, like, Millie Bobby Brown is playing your daughter.
Right. Like, you nailed it
Yeah.
at picking a role, because you get to work with one of the greatest actors and Charles Dance.
The whole time I was just waiting for, like, Millie Bobby Brown to, like, hold her hand out and, like, her nose to start bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly.
Because I'm so...
Well, she did do the thing where she holds her head and screams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
She did get that in.
But we're just conditioned now to see her only as 11.
Right.
So seeing her in anything else, it's weird.
See, I was able to separate that entirely. She was just that character. She was Madison. She didn't act like 11 at all, in my
No,
opinion.
yeah,
I didn't
think
see
she did
any
a
of
good
that
job.
come through. I thought actually, I think Andrew, you said there were no Oscar-worthy performances. I agree, but I thought Millie Bobby Brown did an amazing job in this movie.
Same.
I
Yeah,
thought she
she
really
might win,
acted
like-
her ass off.
She might win like a Kids' Choice Award or
Oh,
something
well, yeah.
for it. It was good.
Let's talk about Dr. Sarazawa's sacrifice.
In a movie that I didn't think I would have any of like genuinely touching moments, I was like, "Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Please don't!" And then that actually affected me.
See, I feel like the reason why they killed off the two people from the last movie was because they also had the last movie to develop as characters. Because let's be honest,
Fair.
the characters in this film weren't well-rounded. They weren't really well fleshed out.
Right.
So it makes more sense to give the screen time and the sacrifice, quote unquote, to someone who has been in previous films.
Right.
Fair.
Yeah. And it was very interesting that they found some sort of wormhole in the ocean that brought them to a place that nobody knew existed. And there was a moment where he was like paddling his little boat up to Godzilla that I was like, I swear to God, if this is Atlantis, I'm gonna leave.
I thought they were going to say it.
I thought that.
I definitely thought they were or they were gonna say it was like El Dorado or some shit.
I'm glad
But
they didn't.
they stayed focused on what the story was, where it doesn't really matter what the fuck the name of this is.
Yeah.
Godzilla used to be here, and they used to call him God, and that's why we call him
and
that
now it's and now it's gone.
right, and now it's gone, and this is where he comes to regenerate and heal, which was like, okay, cool.
But then fuck this
You know,
place. We're gonna blow it up.
moving on, but cool.
I do like how the Hollow Earth theory from Skull Island paid off.
Dude, me too. I loved that.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. They have more people in charge of these films connecting their own dots than the DCEU.
Oh dear.
So anyway,
There it is.
Where is the lie?
Anyway, but so no, I agree, Rob. Yes, the MonsterVerse they're creating seems like a tight little package, or not really so little, maybe type gargantuan package.
Yeah. I used to dance under that name.
tight gargantuan package. That is my new Twitter handle.
It's gargantuan, but it's toy.
Yeah. It's all
Tight.
held together.
What else is there? Favorite moments, favorite sequences.
Minions.
I will have to say when they're at the baseball stadium, and then
I just want to say I know that is Rob's favorite moment because he got to watch Fenway Park get destroyed.
Brian, let me finish.
There was a part of me that fist pumped when they just destroyed it, and I was like, yeah, but
Dick.
was not going to be my answer. So go ahead.
So I specifically when they're at Fenway Park, and we see the Dunkin' Donuts sign. So that is my favorite moment.
I
didn't
want to
even-
say I'm shocked, but
I didn't even know. I didn't even see it. How did you even know that was there?
Oh, that was a
not
thing.
Because Jordan can smell a Dunkin' Donuts in any
Jesus
5-mile
Christ.
radius.
our other sponsor, Dunkin' Donuts, along with Hip Hop Fish and Chicken.
No. So my favorite scene actually probably was when King Ghidorah was released.
Very cool.
I thought that was fun. People got messed up. You didn't know what was going to happen. And then we got a monster fight.
Dude, the splash page of Ghidorah fully extended with the lightning behind him.
Oh,
and
well,
then
that's
Godzilla standing across the tundra from him
You see how
was
okay.
fucking
you
banana
see
pants
how
for me.
huge Ghidorah is. Ghidorah actually is.
Yes.
And
Fucking amazing.
it's like twice the size
Amazing.
of Godzilla.
And is that the fight that Ghidorah used fly and disappeared from the fight?
Yeah. He just kind of was like, all right, see ya. After he
Dipset.
kicked Godzilla, kicked the shit out of Godzilla. And was
All
like,
right, see ya.
"All right,
So that was really cool. I liked that scene a lot. Brian, what was your favorite scene?
So I've got two things. I've got a favorite moment, so like a favorite shot, and then a favorite scene. So my favorite moment is actually during the attack on Boston, Battle of Boston, whatever you want to call it, when Ghidorah bites into the electrical grid,
Yep.
and then transforms all of that into this insane yellow lightning display
Yes.
that lit up the entire scene, and you just see it's a huge wide shot, and you see both of them. And I that was in like a real quick snippet of it was in the trailer, but it paid off so much better in that whole moment. Like, so that's my favorite moment. But my favorite scene is that battle once, like not just once. So the battle, the last battle, you've got Mothra, Rodan, Ghidorah, and you've got Godzilla. And once Godzilla goes thermonuclear, I was just like, yes, holy fuck, yes.
When all the buildings are melting when he's taking each.
Yes,
And
dude. So I was gonna-
Ghidorah's melting, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say that my favorite moment of the film is the shot where Godzilla comes back, absorbs all of that radiation, and then walks past stuff, and it just melts
Oh
around
my god,
him.
it was so cool.
I was like, holy fucking
He's just
shit.
walking past buildings, and they're just like liquefying.
Yeah.
And it's a really
fucking
weird
awesome.
time because that show on HBO Chernobyl is a thing, and knowing the radiation, the radiation levels. Like Boston will be uninhabitable for
I mean,
100 years, and the people from Boston will all. Well, I mean, they're already fucked.
God
up anyway,
damn it!
never mind.
I mean, they showed that San Francisco after the events of the movie, San Francisco was left uninhabited.
And Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes, and so was Vegas.
In Vegas, yeah.
I love
So,
that.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it
think that's
literally
really cool.
It was an event that changed the world and changed circumstances.
It was 9/11 times 1,000.
My God.
Like post
Zilla.
Godzilla changed the world. It's not
yeah.
like this was an isolated incident.
The fact that it actually did change things and like the world is different now really lends itself to the fucking scale of this movie.
Yeah.
Not just the monsters.
Yeah.
When you're like on the, there's the one scene when Rodan first escapes and he's flying over the city and it's just him flying
Oh.
is destroying buildings and you just see people get
Yes.
like, tossed away like nothing. Like wow, they really do a good job making these things feel absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Dude, the wind power that Rodan generates is fucking crazy. Like that child was flying and that fucking person is just holding on to him for dearly. He's like, hang on.
And not
and that kid's like,
and not in a good I've been sprinkled by pixie dust by Peter Pan type of way. Like in a
And Jesus
in a
Christ,
oh shit.
Rodan just
yeah,
flew over us.
that guy, the guy from I guess the guy from the military was like, hang on, and that kid was like, hey, Dios mío. And
I totally want to.
I would like to, but the force of the wind is generating that I go this way.
Andrew, what was your favorite scene?
Anytime monsters were fighting.
Boo.
I
Boo,
particularly
fuck this guy.
I really liked the first fight between Godzilla and Ghidorah. Just like when you said when he's coming out of the ice and his tail comes out first, and then another tail, and then one head, another head, and then the third head come out, and they're just kind of fucking Kyle Chandler sitting there, just kind of like, oh,
How many heads will there be?
is there
Yeah.
more?
Where's the
Okay.
fourth?
And then he
Dude.
just starts fucking vaporize. Like when he hit somebody with the lightning, they didn't like burst into flames, or they were just fucking vaporized
Yeah.
into
Yeah,
dust.
he very well could have teleported them. We have no
Yeah,
idea.
he sent them to the
Because
soul,
every sign of them on
to
Earth
the
was
soul
gone.
realm.
He's powered by the soul stone. Oh shit.
So I'll say, so you guys all, I mean, every one of the things that you guys have listed were one of my favorite
Right.
things that happened, because everything that happens is my favorite thing until the next thing that happened. But I'll say the fight between Mothra and Rodan,
Okay.
because
Okay.
that
Brutal.
was fucking so cool. I didn't expect the moth to come flying in and try to fight people.
And then to have a fucking stinger.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was great.
Yeah.
I was
Rodan
like,
didn't see that coming
was-
either.
No, I didn't see. Well, yeah, he didn't see it coming for sure. I popped so hard in the theater for that. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
It was like watching like a person in a film choking somebody, and then the person that's being choked stabbed.
I thought that
Like-
Godzilla stabbed Rodan. Like what the
That's
fuck?
what I thought.
Yeah, and then oh shit, Mothra's got a little
and
stinger.
then Mothra's out here with stingers and shit.
And then she's on the top of the building afterwards to be like, yeah, that's what I fucking thought. I was gonna sit
Dude,
down
it was
for a
great.
second.
But it didn't kill Rodan because he shows up later
like, got
on.
him in the
But it
shoulder.
was still great.
Yeah,
Just a flesh wound.
yeah.
Rodan's super British. Merely a friend.
Andrew, how hard did you pop for the fact that they basically took the two Japanese pixies in the clam that were always in the Mothra movies and made them twins working for Monarch?
It was cool.
Okay. I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised you haven't mentioned it already.
There's a good chance I just wasn't even paying attention to that part.
How the fuck do I pick up on that?
It was there was
There was a lot happening. In Andrew's defense,
They made
there's a lot going on.
They made a point of showing that they're twins.
I know, and they showed like generation. She's like third generation. They show a bunch of twins,
Yeah.
and I was just kind of. I
Right.
didn't even think about it until just now. And I was just because I was looking. They showed the pic. All right, I get it. But
Weeb.
yeah, I need.
Clearly
I need to
not.
turn in my
Evidently,
card.
evidently not.
I'm not allowed to watch anime anymore.
Oh man.
Andrew's Japanophile card is been revoked.
Yeah. I was really happy with the way that they treated Monarch and all of the monsters, and the way that they could like track them and keep them dormant. Like, I thought all of that was really cool and interesting.
Yeah.
And I hope we kind of get more.
And also very susceptible to people being infiltrated. They have the worst security of the planet.
For being the most sophisticated organization in human history, literally. Like, they're more sophisticated than NASA, that they've got
Charles Dance
so
shows
many
up
balls
with
in the air. Like,
Charles Dance shows up with like 3 gunmen and a 13-year-old, and they're completely overrun. It's like this fucking 80-year-old geezer, this 13-year-old kid, and the 3 gunmen took over the. We're so sorry, we weren't paying attention.
Something I thought I really liked all the names of the other Titans, like the one because it's all from different mythologies. I'm looking at the list. Methuselah, Behemoth. They had Leviathan, Bunyip, Baphomet, Quetzalcoatl, Macaulay.
Wait, there was a Baphomet?
Yeah, that was. It
we
was.
didn't see it.
It was on the list.
Shit.
That's one of the that's on the list of ones that we didn't see. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones you didn't see were
fuck.
Typhon, Abaddon, Leviathan, Sargon, Bunyip, Baphomet, Macaulay, Mbembe, and Quetzalcoatl.
And Mudkip. What the fuck?
I heard you like. I heard you like.
Dude, I'm so excited for like the future of these movies.
I know, dude.
I really hope they're not just planning for it to be like not a trilogy or a quadrilogy, whatever you want to call it, but like to end with Godzilla versus King Kong. I hope that they're looking past that.
Oh, we're getting Mecha Ghidorah.
Yes.
So-
Let's just talk about that now.
Post credits.
Let's just do it now because holy shit! That's the first thing that I thought of when that fucking scene happened.
I feel
so the credits rolled. We got more footage of Kong. They were talking about Kong.
Well, not just that, but that Mothra survived. Mothra is cocooned herself and she's regrowing.
And then the actual credits roll and we get to the fucking end of it, and the head, one of Ghidorah's heads,
it was
survived.
It was that first one that got cut off in the first battle.
Shit.
And they took it and they salvaged it out of the ocean.
Oh, I didn't even think
they're
about
like,
that.
we can't fish in there anymore.
Yeah,
right, because there's
dead.
nothing. So we get Charles Dance purchasing the fucking head of one of Ghidorah's heads. And the very first thing Amanda was like, "Oh my god, is the body going to regenerate from the head?" And I was like,
That's
"No."
what I thought too.
I was like, "No, it's not." And then I like quickly Googled Mecha Ghidorah, and I was like, "This is what's going to happen." And she was like, "Oh fuck."
So friend of the show and mutual friend to some of us, Steve, sitting right next to me, he's like, Mecha Ghidorah. I'm like, oh shit, you're fucking right.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, how did I not think of that? Because I thought what Amanda thought. I was like, wow, they're just going to regrow him, which will be fucking cool.
That's what I was thinking too. But
no.
Now that you like mention it, I'm like, holy shit, I can't wait.
Giant technologically advanced cyborg Ghidorah.
That's gonna be fucking
insane.
So prediction: does Kong beat Godzilla, and then we get Mecha Godzilla?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think we get that Godzilla's not enough. We have to make Mecha Godzilla.
Oh God.
Yeah. I think because I believe in the Godzilla films, Andrew, you're the only one that's probably seen them. I believe Godzilla fights Mecha Godzilla.
Yes.
Oh. So it's a separate entity.
Yeah.
The U.S. creates him because they don't trust the real thing, so they want one of their own.
Well, you see, Godzilla wouldn't hand over the suit.
We're writing it right now, guys.
Their own
Just wait
suit.
till you see Space Godzilla.
What?
And then the Jaegers from Pacific Rim come in.
Oh, whoa.
And then
brakes.
we finally get Jet Jaguar.
But that actually
Can we keep it with a franchise that's alive and we care about?
that is, I'm just there's rumors on the. I don't know if it's rumors. I don't know if maybe they've actually said like that is something that I think they eventually want to happen. That they want Pacific Rim and the MonsterVerse to cross over.
What?
So.
That doesn't even make sense.
I know it
though.
doesn't.
Let's
I know
just
it doesn't.
throw Michael Bay's Transformers in there too. Fuck it.
Now you're talking crazy. Now you're talking crazy.
Eat or up.
If it's a way to get Shia LaBeouf back, let's do it.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf, Mark Wahlberg, Kyle Chandler.
You're running through the forest.
Godzilla
Millie Bobby
versus,
Brown, Megan Fox, and
Godzilla versus Transformers.
He's on all fours and he's gaining behind you. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, so I definitely think that we will get. The setup for Mecha Ghidorah is so what's probably going to happen is, I don't think that Godzilla and Kong are going to fight late in that film.
Oh, so it's going to be a Batman v Superman sort of situation.
Exactly. They're going to fight at the the middle of the beginning, and then they're going to realize they don't need to fight each other because this fucking thing just showed up, and they're going to team up to kill Mecha Ghidorah.
Okay.
I
I need new shorts.
Entirely possible. I kind of hope it doesn't. I would like the next film to just be Godzilla versus King Kong, and that they just fight to a standoff.
So let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
How in the fuck is Kong gonna stand up to thermonuclear Godzilla that was melting buildings?
He's not
it is just a big fucking
he's
monkey.
He's not thermonuclear anymore.
He coughed it all
Right.
out.
He could be.
He's not.
He spent that load.
Yeah.
He blew his whole load all over.
Yeah, he's a
Ghidorah
one-shot
in
kind of
Boston.
guy.
Yeah, but he's gonna go back. He's gonna go back to El Dorado and sleep.
No,
It's
they
gone.
blew up El Dorado.
Oh shit, that's right.
Well, I don't.
He's gonna go sleep on the site of El Dorado because the radiation is there.
I don't think I don't think it destroyed the cave he was in. I think it just destroyed all the buildings, like all the stone.
Yeah, I mean that the spot that he lays on to regenerate his radiation is still definitely there, if not bigger now.
Yeah.
They're just no steps.
He doesn't have his steps anymore. His sweet Godzilla
Right.
statues that were on side of the side.
I'm sure he'll get by.
His sweet Godzilla.
Yeah, there's no more glyphs that show him being prayed to.
Because we all have pictures of ourselves in our places that we live.
I have several photos of people praying to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I've told you they make me uncomfortable, and please take them down.
I belong to the Church of Rob, so I'm a proud Robist, and
But wait, so do you guys really think that Kong's gonna be able to stand up
Yes.
to him?
Well, in Kong Skull Island, they even said that he's basically a little baby.
Yeah,
and that when
he's
he
growing.
grows up, he's going to be roughly the same size as Godzilla, and
All right, that's fair.
they'll-
That's fair. I was discrediting that. I haven't watched Kong Skull Island in a while. Probably
they'll
should.
probably just say that King Kong is physically stronger than Godzilla and can kind of throw him around when Godzilla has the atomic breath attack.
Yeah,
Look.
but I mean, Godzilla's used to getting tossed around, but he's got, he's got the intangibles.
when it comes down to it, Kong is a giant mammal, and Godzilla's a giant reptile, and we've not really while Godzilla can swim pretty fast because of the tail and everything, he doesn't really move that fast on the land. And
That's true.
I'm pretty sure that one of the things that will blow us away when we see huge Kong is that he's going to move fucking quick.
Okay.
I mean, watch videos of gorillas, chimpanzees. They're all muscle. That's all they are. That's why people shouldn't have chimpanzees as pets, because that's why they get their faces ripped off and everything. They go nuts, and they tear people's limbs off.
He's got 10-story biceps.
Yeah,
Brother.
and
That's gonna be nuts. Okay.
And how
No,
big
that's
is
cool.
his dick?
I was definitely thinking. I was definitely thinking it was gonna be Kong in Kong Skull Island Kong, and that's why I was like, he's gonna get fucking mashed out.
no. That's why they made a point to say that he's not done growing.
Yeah.
Because
I got you.
because Godzilla came first, and Godzilla maybe got even bigger since 2014.
Yeah,
since the 2014
well,
movie.
Yeah, they
you
said
know?
that too. That's cool.
And he's fucking
Yeah, so no,
150
I'm-
feet tall. So
Yeah. So I was mistaken. I was taking it as
No.
the Kong Skull Island that we got.
no,
So
Rob
that's
cannot
why
be.
I was saying-
Rob can only be infallible. My Robist texts are being.
Your God is wrong.
Oh God. Okay. So anyway,
Yes.
All I want is more of the classic monsters. I want
Okay.
I want Baragon. I want fucking Gigan. I want just start throwing them in there. Mothra to come back.
What about Fluff Shoe?
That's
Herb Strobelden,
That's gonna be after Mecha Ghidorah as Fluff Shoe.
Griff Glom.
What about Mecha Beat Boop?
Venusaur.
Fling Flam.
Fling Flam.
Anyway,
Godzilla versus Mecha Pikachu.
Jesus Christ. And there it is.
Yeah.
I loved it. I had a really great time. I might go see it again because it was so like.
Wow.
That's something I say. The cinematography was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
really good, really well put
Just-
together.
Yeah,
Nothing
I don't
got
know who.
like lost in translation there. The footage was all well shot, well put together.
The name of the director totally flew over my head. I didn't see it. If I saw it,
Michael
it didn't
Dougherty.
stick. Okay, I don't know who that is. But as much as Gareth Edwards made Godzilla his movie, this guy nailed it with this movie. Like it was not Bayformers that what the fuck is going on with this action? No, you saw everything
Right.
and it made sense. It was not incoherent. It was fucking great.
Oh, and it was. and
I just
So how about, dude? How about the sound
I was
and the
gonna say is
music?
Bear
Like, so-
McCreary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Godzilla makes the classic Godzilla noise.
Yeah.
Like no short of 5 times in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
And his
fucking
theme-
scream.
his theme is there.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I saw it in IMAX, and it was spectacular. The IMAX for it, like it wasn't 3D because you'll be happy with this, guys. They're getting away from 3D.
Good.
Yes.
3D. I loved it, but I guess I'm in the minority. That's fine. It still looks great in just regular IMAX. It's fucking great.
Dude, and the when they played the like classic Godzilla song
What, the Blue Oyster
that
Cult?
picked up into a new track.
Oh, okay.
I loved that. That moment was fantastic. When you just hear that dread music from the old Japanese films, and you're like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be fucking crazy." Loved that. Loved it.
So Michael Dougherty, he wrote and directed like those Trick or Treat movies, and he also wrote X2.
But you mean X-Men 2?
Yes, X-Men 2,
Oh,
X
cool.
United. He also wrote Superman Returns.
Ew.
So yeah, but that's
So he's an industry
Yeah.
guy. They didn't pick somebody up off the street and give them Godzilla, which is cool. Some hits, some misses. This for me,
definite hit.
grand slam.
Absolutely.
I had fun.
Right over the green monster.
Oh, Brian, that's not there anymore because Boston's dead. Boston's fucking dead.
You fucking Yankees fans.
You hate Boston too. What are you
I
talking
know,
about?
but I also just need.
We can hate them together.
There will never be an alliance between me and you. First of all.
Damn.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Fuck the Red Sox.
I know. I agree. Fuck the Red Sox. Yeah, but
what is the greatest moment in sports history, Andrew?
oh, okay. Fuck.
Yes, Robert, your reply.
The Rock versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18.
That was.
And
pretty
there we
good.
have it, folks. The definitive answer to all of your questions.
Gargano versus Cole 2 at NXT TakeOver 25.
When the last time the Orioles won the World Series in 1983.
Good God.
Oh Jesus!
Wow, dude.
Do we have record books that go back that
let it
far?
go.
Let me go get the duster.
I love Baltimore, but let it go.
I know.
This has been Pop Cannon, episode 17.
Roar.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Robert.
I'm Andrew.
Rar. I'm Brian. Rar.
Oh my God, Brian's a scene kid.
Hey Brian, can I draw you as a
No.
scene girl?
As a scene girl. Brian
No.
as a scene kid from MySpace, circa 2006.
Oy.
One day we'll figure out how to end an episode properly.
Nope. Never.
This
Can't
is
happen.
This has become our thing.
This is our charm.
Godzilla!
Anyway, Jet Jaguar forever. See you guys.
We are 17 episodes in. How about it? Are we doing good? Are you doing good? How are you? How's your mother? So, Godzilla King of the Monsters. How'd you guys like it? As you can tell, we all loved it very much across the board. What are some of your favorite sequences? How about your favorite monster? Did you enjoy the human element of the movie? We want to hear from you. And there are so many ways you can connect with us. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. That's right. We've launched our official Pop Kannon Instagram to bring you more fresh content. You can now follow us across all the social medias. Just be sure to search Pop Kannon Podcast. Twitter and Instagram are both at Pop Kannon. Just don't forget the K. You don't want to see what happens when you forget the K. Okay? You can follow us individually too, because we're so fucking awesome. I, Robert, am on Twitter and Instagram at Yesball. Jordan is on Twitter and Instagram at JL24FPS. Andrew is on Twitter at flavored_red and Instagram at AndroidSkeleton. And Brian? Okay, so Brian finally made a trip up to Boston. He was excited to see his Orioles take on the Red Sox. And also the entire D.C. Maryland area was underwater related to that insane Category 6 hurricane. I didn't even know they went that high. Anyway, Brian ships on up to Boston, and he's headed out to the stadium when the game gets postponed. Still determined to make it there and see historic Fenway Park, he makes the trek out and... Okay, so I'm fairly certain there was this paramilitary unit in the city because Brian told me he went to the stadium, found his seat, and then no one else showed up. He saw this young girl running with this big black box. He tried to help. She dropped it. Oh, did I fail to mention that he did all this while watching a tremendous 3-headed dragon alien fly over the city? Yeah, he's determined. So the box gets destroyed, and Brian watched on in horror as this 3-headed dragon alien attacked the stadium. He was sad he didn't get to see the game, and it sucks about that girl. He really does hope she's okay. But as he left, carefully, I promise, he had just one thought. Fuck Boston. That's episode 17. Stay tuned for episodes on Jessica Jones's final season, a review of E3, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Midsummer, and some more S1E1 action. All coming very, very soon. Now is the time to follow us, so please don't forget to check out our Instagram and our Twitter.